I'm an agency nurse living in Melbourne, so come with me on a solo date after a very busy week at work. I'm going to answer some of my most asked nursing questions, and I'm going to also show you some of my favourite Melbourne food spots. But first things first, we're going to grab a coffee. My coffee's just got here, so let's answer some of these questions. One of my most asked questions is why did I choose Australia rather than Canada or the USA? And there was so many reasons why I chose to come to Australia and work as a nurse. But I think one of the main ones for me was it was very quick and easy to transfer over my nursing degree over to Australia compared to Canada and the USA. I didn't have to sit any extra exams. Secondly, like many others, I was seeing all over my social media nurses making so much money over here and having a better work-life balance, and I wanted that for myself. I was feeling so burnt out at home in Ireland. And finally, the travel. Living and working in Australia has given me the opportunity to explore Australia and Asia, and these are experiences I will never take for granted, and I'm so happy I did it. So my second most asked question is why did I choose Healthcare Australia compared to all the other agencies out there in Australia? Healthcare Australia was actually recommended to me when I started to explore the idea of coming to Australia to work as a nurse. And then when I started doing my own research, they were the most popular and well-known nursing agency over here, which was a bonus, and I found all the information online and the onboarding process so straightforward, and it wasn't too complicated. Another big thing for me is I wanted to be with a nursing agency that was all over Australia and that I would have the opportunity to do travel nursing with. If I was to look back, I'm so glad I joined Healthcare Australia. From shifts, travel contracts, and just support and encouragement from their team, I made the right decision. Up next, I'm starving, so come with me to Papa's Deli to get one of the nicest sandwiches in Melbourne. So good. Question 3, how did I actually get started with Healthcare Australia? It was a lot easier than I originally anticipated. I registered my interest with Healthcare Australia online, submitted my nursing CV, and then a couple of days later, a recruiter got in contact with me to organise an interview. I was so nervous for the interview, but honestly, it was straightforward, and the recruiter was so lovely, which instantly made me feel relaxed. Then all I had to do was send in some information like my nursing transcripts, and then Healthcare Australia took it from there behind the scenes, contacted my references, and that was that. So everything was done. All I had to do was get myself to Australia. So once I landed a couple of days later, I went into the Healthcare Australia offices where I met with a recruiter, and then we did all of the onboarding process, which was very straightforward. Question 4, and probably one of my most asked questions, how much money do I actually make? Really does depend on how many hours I work and what shifts I work, whether they be mornings, afternoons, nights, weekends, public holidays. It all depends. It also won't look the same for everyone. Pay can differ depending on your experience and your speciality. For some context, I'm 6 years qualified, specialising in the emergency department and cardiac. And on average, I can make about $642 gross for a 7.5 hour weekday morning shift. Again, this will vary depending on your experience and your area of work. I have to finish off with a sweet treat, so come with me to get my favourite Sebi Scrolls in St Kilda. Question number 5, can you do travel nursing with Healthcare Australia? It's so good. Yes, of course you can, and honestly it is one of the best decisions I made. Whether you work in medical, surgical, ICU or mental health, there are so many opportunities with Healthcare Australia and travel contracts all over Australia. So many benefits to this. You make good money, you're not tied down to one place, and you can literally build a career that moves with you. From experience, travel nursing completely changed my journey. I worked in rural emergency departments and aged care facilities, places I probably wouldn't have went otherwise. By doing this, I met some of the most amazing people along the way. Doing some rural contracts pushed me out of my comfort zone, made me build my confidence so quickly, and I feel like it's made me a more adaptable nurse. Every contract I've done not only has taught me something new clinically, but also about myself. If you're someone that loves a bit of variety, wants to go clinically and wants a little bit more freedom while nursing, travel contracts are an incredible experience and I cannot recommend them enough. Let me know in the comments any of your top agency nursing questions. Have a good one. Bye.